Well, good afternoon, basketball fans from the Stroud Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Montana Western. We have basketball, the very last basketball games of the year, Mr. Miller.
Yep, we start, oh no, there's tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
there's tomorrow.
Well, today and tomorrow.
Yep.
So, but it's a snowy Saturday afternoon, although I just talked to Ava Bellich's mom, Carly, coming in. They had no snow at all over in Manhattan. None. Nil. I'm Wally Felt along with Mike Miller, and of course our director-producer is Brad Wiebe, and we are going to see if the Bulldogs can break a little losing streak. The Bulldogs are 3-7 on the year, and they are hosting the Keyano College Huskies from Fort McMurray, Alberta. I just learned something. They are the northernmost college in Canada.
Really?
In Fort McMurray, Alberta. I just talked to the coach, the men's coach. By the way, the men, which we'll have a little bit later on, the defending Canadian national champions. And the Alberta College Athletic Conference is where these guys are from. But there's two divisions in college basketball in Canada. There's the college division and the university division. And these guys won the college thing. As you see across your screen, the starting lineups are for tonight's game, this afternoon's game. Will it be? Oh, it's only 2 o'clock.
Oh, 2 o'clock.
Seems like I've been here forever. And Isabella Lund starting for the Bulldogs, and she took it right out of the hands of the Husky player, and getting the foul is Batelos. And I just talked to her before, not Batelos, Tomchuk. And I just talked to her before the game. She actually led me to where their coach was hiding out. And he wasn't hiding out, he was just up in the classroom. Some of the players did not make it. I guess there were some airline difficulties making planes and whatnot. A couple players of the women, a couple players for the men did not make it. And Peyton Hagee puts up the three, no good, and rebound controlled by the Huskies. And here come the Huskies on the attack. Huskies with a 6-4 record. Oh, that was Maddie Moy.
Fort McMurray is in the northern section of
Alberta.
Alberta is a huge province. It's way bigger than Montana, and we talk about Montana being the fourth largest state.
How big is Alberta anyway? Do you have your
255,000 square miles?
Well, and they did not have problems in getting here. It was getting on to the plane that they had problems. People missing connections and stuff. They all met in Calgary, and not everybody made the connection. Oh, there was some good play by Batelos. She almost came away with the steal for the Huskies. No score yet. We're just underway in this game on a Saturday afternoon until now. Wouldn't you know it? Kenzie Peterson makes me eat my words. She scores the game's first basket, and it's 2-zip Bulldogs. Bulldogs have had a little bit of time off. Went down to Arizona and went 1-2 down there. Tomchuk over, puts up the three, a little hard off the glass. Rebound collected by Isabella Lund to Peyton Hagee, and she just, what do you call that in football?
Just overled the
receiver.
Yeah. I thought she was going to catch her in stride.
So, Mike, you coached and you were an official. What was your favorite part of basketball coaching? Coaching the defense or coaching the offense?
Oh, the defense. I swear almost everybody can play defense.
Well, there was a steal by Lund, pass to Kiki Davis. She lays it up and in, and it's Bulldogs up 4. Well, I think it's 4-0. It still says 2,
yeah,
but I think it's 4.
The the officials over at the bench are looking at the scorer's table. They've got to get the score right. If they do it quickly, the officials won't have to stop the ball.
Lindsey Branch, the SID for Montana Western, just walked over and a little casual tap on the shoulder, and all of a sudden the score is correct.
It's so nice to have power.
Well, Lindsay's a mom-to-be.
And was she the SID of the Frontier Conference last year?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah. There's a shot up and good, and the Huskies on the board first by Kaylin Tucker, 14 points a game. She's the leading scorer, and lone American, is that right, Mike? The lone American on the team from Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha, Nebraska, yeah.
Maddie Moy turnaround jumper is good. So Moy answers the Huskies basket with a Bulldog basket, and the Bulldogs lead 6-2. 6:52 left to play. First quarter just underway on a Sunday afternoon. I said Saturday afternoon. My week is just discombobulated.
That's good defense there by Kinsey,
whose parents are sitting directly behind us.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. And I was going to bring my iPad, Mike, so we could have instant scoring, and guess where it is? Still home on the dining room table. It's going to sit right here, though. Santa Claus brought me a little stand that'll go right there.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Of course, I got to bring it and the stand, but Huskies on the attack. 5 seconds on the shot. Oh! Now, there's a little difference in shot clocks between Canada and the States. In the States, it's 30 seconds. Nice move by Maddie Moy. Inside pass to Peterson. Peterson's, I think she got hacked on the way up.
I think so, too. Was it that?
Luger?
Yeah, Kemp.
Oh, Kent?
Kemp.
So already the Huskies have gathered themselves 3 team fouls. Kenzie Peterson at the free throw line, and she hits the first. Kinesiology major. That's way too much studying for me.
Well, I'm betting she has the best advisor, Janelle Handlos.
Oh, yeah. Second free throw is no good, so she gets 1 out of 2, and the Bulldog lead is 7-2. Oh, somebody wasn't paying attention. Winnie Majok, it went right through her arms.
And speaking of Janelle Handlos, the Shrine Game rosters were released this week. And one of the centers is young Handlos.
Oh, Taylor.
I didn't realize he was as big as they say he is.
Kenzie shot up. Peterson shot is up and no good. Gets her own rebound, puts it back up. Kemp comes away with the rebound, and Coach Miller.
I just go right back up. She has gotten so much better, hasn't she?
Oh, Peyton Hagee just zoomed through and picked up that rebound, goes all the way down, misses the layup. A rebound collected by Tucker of the Huskies. Or I should say Majok of the Huskies, and now they try to go inside.
Well, I think the Bulldogs are doing the right thing. They're trying to keep the score down.
Blocking foul called on Peyton Hagee. Hagee, the lone senior on the team, on the floor right now. I kept thinking she was a junior, but she informed me that, she played 1 year of junior college basketball.
Somebody set a mean pick.
Well, listen, I was talking to one of the officials, which we forgot to announce the officials, J.R. Casellas, and he had mentioned about the hand checking that is more prevalent in Canada than it is in the States. Also with the black and white shirt, Sydney Oakes of Willow Creek and Caitlin Hansen of Helena. Remember the shirts they used to wear a long time ago? I mean, they looked like formal collared shirts. Long sleeves. Belich's shot was up and no good, and ball tipped out of bounds off the hands of a Bulldog. Remember that?
Yeah, they had
formal shirts, long black pants.
And they had the collars. They used to tell us, as soon as the game is over, take that whistle off around your neck. You don't want an angry mother to come out there and grab you by the whistle and drag you to the locker room.
Well, on that cheery note, we'll be back with more Bulldog basketball on the Bulldog Sports Network right after this. We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium and want to wish everybody a happy holidays. We've had one Christmas. We're about ready to say goodbye to 2024. Are you happy to say goodbye to 2024, Mike?
Oh, it's been a long year.
You've had some interesting situations in your job as superintendent of Beaverhead County Schools.
And I always have to explain to people that I work with the rural schools, not Beaverhead County High School. Their superintendent has also announced she's going to retire.
Megan?
Yeah.
Is she old enough to retire?
No, that's what I asked her.
Huskies on the attack. Oh, Huskies, they just seemed a little out of sync.
And the Bulldogs playing good defense, and I think if they can keep the Huskies from scoring, the Dogs have a pretty good chance of winning this game.
Well, and the Huskies, a little bit of full court pressure. Now they back off of it. And I learned from the men's coach, or Matty Moy with the score, talking to Dwayne Vigilance. I just had it right. Now I messed it up.
Vigilance.
Thank you. These games do not count on their official record. They're exhibition games. Shot is up and no good by the Huskies. Moy clears the board for, nice steal by the Huskies. And another almost, who's got Matty Moy, comes up with another steal. Goes across the court, doesn't get it. Belich with the rebound and shot up. Sammy Love puts the shot up, no good, and defensive boards by the Huskies. Here we come. Tomchuk back. She puts up the three and misses everything. Right into the arms of Matty Moy. And looks like that track meet you're always talking about is broke out. Three-point shot is up and no good by Belich. Rebound controlled by Twin of the Huskies. Oh, somebody did a nice move, goes underneath, doesn't get it. And Belich happened to be in the right place. Ball just dropped into her arms for a Bulldog defensive rebound.
Throw that ball up and draw the foul.
These teams are fairly close in scoring, aren't they?
Yeah, the Huskies score about 64 points a game, while the Bulldogs are scoring 68.
Fouls on number 9, Emma Tomchuk. Her first.
We were talking, it's Kiki Davis has worked really hard the last couple of years and earned herself a starting role on the Bulldogs. You have said it. Britt Wiebe, our producer, has said it. It's nice to see her starting finally. Isabel Lund misses the free throw. She'll get another one. Lund has improved her free throw shooting until now.
But neither team is blazing. 65% for the Bulldogs, 68% for the Huskies.
Yikes. So if you had, going back to your coaching days, if you had a game where dismal free throw shooting, what would you have your players do at the first practice?
I think they just do what they always have done.
Now,
shooting free throws has a lot to do with the rhythm. The style, yes, but the rhythm. And if you practice it the same way you shoot in every ball game, it's good.
Kaylee Oldelk with the steal, almost loses it, gets it back again. Now she's double teamed, and now she's pressured, and she gets it away to Love. Love to Davis. Davis, oh, what a move! What a move! Kiki Davis, a little move to the basket, and it scores a point, and the Bulldogs up their lead to 10. It's 12-2, 2:32 left to play in the first quarter, and we'll be back with more after this 30-second timeout.
Western, our flexible schedule and focus on learning through experience are just right for your world today. Experience One, where you take one course at a time for 18 days and then move on to your next course, is designed to work for you, whether you plan to come to campus, want to stay close to home, or if you need to earn your degree while working or raising a family. And Montana Western is the most affordable university in Montana. Experience the difference, only at University of Montana Western.
We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium, and now the Bulldogs come out with a little full court pressure, and it works. Oh. Sammy Love turnaround is no good. Sammy Love had a good game down against Benedictine at the Arizona tournament. She put up 15 points, and I believe that was her first time playing for the Bulldogs.
Out of Lehigh, Utah.
Lehigh, is that in the Salt Lake area?
Yeah.
Shot is up and no good. Rebound to the Huskies.
Oh, good move.
Oh, very nice move. That was Jalen Twin from Alberta, senior forward. She's averages 13 points a game, and she just put 2 on the board for the Huskies. 1:45 left to play first quarter. It's 12-4 Bulldogs. Peyton Hagee goes in and travels. Yeah. Trying to figure out what Coach Cooper just yelled at her players. Maybe settle down a little bit?
Could be.
Because it's a little kind of helter-skelter, would you say? (12-4) the score. Bulldogs leading. Huskies on the attack. Inside to Twin. And, right through the hands of Bataldos. And out of bounds, right into the lap. I think that was, nope, they're going to, nope. Little pressure. Maddie Moy had it on the sideline. She had her hands open. She was sitting on the bench, and she caught the pass.
She was open.
Peyton Hagee thinks about a 3, gives it off to Davis. She'll settle for the 10-footer, and it's an air ball. And an offensive foul is called.
Fouls number 10,
Ava Belich with the foul. Would that count as an offensive foul, a battle for the rebound like that, or a defensive foul?
Won't make any difference. They all count.
Okay.
I think she was trying to steal the ball.
Three-point shot is up and no good. Hard off the glass, and Bulldogs come up with the rebound. Old Elk has it. She's a kinesiology major. I can't even spell kinesiology. Oh. Was there a little walking there?
It looked like it. It's
Yeah.
Sammy Love.
Oh, but we're not supposed to call.
No.
But Commissioner Paulson's not the commissioner anymore, so he can't yell at us too loud.
If he's listening, though, he might just call us.
Yeah, under 10 seconds on the clock. Bulldogs with a 10-point lead. Shot is up and no good by the Huskies. 2 seconds on the clock. Up and no good. Shot is, they're going to say no good?
Yep, no good.
So after 1 quarter of basketball, it is Montana Western 14, Keyano College of Fort McMurray, Alberta 4. Back with the second quarter after this on the Bulldog Sports Network. We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium. The Huskies will put the ball in play first.
The Huskies haven't shot a free throw yet.
Wow. They've struggled. I think they this cold Montana weather has got to them. They've been icy cold everywhere. There's a three-point basket. Up, no good. Shot
Also,
off. Rebound is no good. And Kiki Davis comes away with it. Off to Lund, and Lund goes all the way down. Free throw line, takes a step, lays it up, and in. Isabel Lund, nice move to the basket. And it's a 16-4 Bulldog lead, and the Huskies throw the ball out of bounds. Huskies come in with the 6-4 record, but once again, we remind you that whatever the outcome is, it will count on the Bulldogs record, but it won't count on the Huskies record. They count games against American schools as exhibition games. Maddie Moy puts up the three, off, no good. And rebound controlled by the Huskies' Tucker. She'll bring it down across the timeline, setting things up. Tucker, the leading scorer for the Huskies at 14 points a game. And Lund, a little handsy.
Yep. Tried to sneak in there, put that right hand.
Also number 23, Isabella.
We haven't had a three-pointer in this game yet. Neither team.
Well, for the Huskies, there's been a lid on their basket. Open for the three is no good, and Maddie Moy had it. Thought she was tipping it to Kiki Davis and tipped it into a Huskies hand instead. Another three-point attempt is up and no good. Moy with another rebound, and Lund now, a little bit of pressure put on by Tucker, and Tucker commits the foul. Kaylin Tucker, 5'6", fifth year, and we can say senior.
Yeah.
Because they have two different seniors, but her major gets me. Sports management.
They have a huge esports arena.
Arena?
Yes.
What, a bunch of tables with a bunch of computers in
I
it?
think. Well, I haven't seen it, of course, but it's a huge thing. Oh, she stepped out of bounds.
Oh, yeah. Isabel goes, me? And step out. Got her hands in her hips saying, I did not step out. Danica Cadu will put the ball in play. I wonder if she's a shirt tail relative to Rick Cadu, who was a Western grad, long-time BCHS teacher and coach.
And an English teacher, I think.
I think you're right. Oh, Kenzie Peterson unmolested for the layup. Nice pass. I believe the pass was from Maddie Moy. 18-4 Bulldogs. 7:50 left in the first half. Oh, and another zig when they should have zagged, and the ball's thrown out of bounds.
We've got some famous people here in the gymnasium. I see Gary Haverfield, assistant coach for the men's basketball. He's up in the observations tower. And Joel Furman, longtime official from Charlotte, he is here.
And a Montana Western grad.
Yeah.
Kiki Davis hits it. There's your first three.
There it is.
Kiki Davis hits the first three of the ball game for either team, and it's 21-4 Bulldogs. 7:20 left to play, and Peterson's going to be called for the foul. There's a little bit of height difference, wouldn't you say? 6'3" versus 5'11".
Number 24, Kenzie Peterson, her first.
Not only that, Twin is a powerful built young lady.
Oh, stolen away by Kiki Davis. Oh!
Now, you can't travel if you're not in control of the ball.
Hagee puts up the three, no good, but offensive rebound to Lund. Lund has her shot checked into the hands of Kiki Davis, and Davis lays it up and in for a 23-4 Bulldog lead. And there's another description for icy cold, and that's what the Huskies are. I'm not sure what it is. Do you have a? You're the
deep freeze. They're in the deep freeze today.
Yeah. See, I was a history major and an English minor. You were the other way around. Oh, and Kiki Davis. And so you know all these. You're a walking thesaurus, aren't you? Can't you come up with another word for icy cold?
Frigid.
Frigid. I like that one. 25-4 is the score. Shot is up and no good. Davis almost had it, but it went well in and out of her hands. Then tied up by Twin. And
Is it
arrow.
the Bulldogs?
Yep, arrow pointed in the Bulldogs' direction. You know, our officials, J.R. Casillas, he's been here before, but the other two, Caitlin Hansen and Cindy Oakes, this is their first Frontier job in Dillon. They've been in the Frontier, but never to Dillon. Peterson from the free throw line is good.
And one of them is going to be here tomorrow night.
Yeah, I believe it's Sydney Oakes. We were asking her a Willow Creek question. She said, I just moved there with my husband. Oh, and Twin finally breaks a long drought by the Huskies. It's 27-6. And Old Oak has it. She stops the free throw line, and she hits the basket. I guess she was between the top of the key and the free throw line. Does that count as from the free throw line? No. Okay.
I got to talk to her uncle earlier in this season, and
He's a character.
He is, and he said, well, she plays just exactly the way I taught her.
Well, and after you told me that story, I asked her if that was true.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, he's been my basketball coach since I could hold a basketball.
Yeah. So he's done a very, very good job.
Yes, he has. And she comes from the line of Cindy Farmer coached players.
Over in Hardin.
Yes. Oh, nice move, but not good. But Peterson draws the foul.
I think someone should have called out that pick.
And I think is that her second personal? Yep. And third team foul on the Bulldogs. And Ava Belich will come in and spell. Now, would you take her out this early? Would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I might not leave her in or out for the rest of the quarter. But it's a 22-point lead.
And there's your first free throw. Or is that the second free throw for them? Didn't they say first quarter they did not have a single free throw?
Have a free throw.
29-8. And full court pressure applied by the... Oh, some athletic there by Old Elk. 10-footer is good by Maddie Moy, and there was a great display of passing. There was not a single dribble in that, was there?
No, I don't think so. Not once they got it here to half court.
It almost looked like one of the drills that they run pre-game. Moy has a shot block. Oh, and Belich commits the foul.
Nope, it's Love.
Was it Love? Okay.
Yeah.
And we,
Sammy Love, her first.
oh, wait. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with more basketball after this on the Bulldog Sports Network.
football stadium.
We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium. Mike, we just got a pretty interesting stat from Brett.
Yeah. Kiki Davis, who is a fine rebounder, is shooting 83% from the field.
Would you say that's good?
Yeah. Yep.
And she's got the game's only three-pointer. So, yeah. 31-8 the score. Bulldogs comfortably ahead, but it's not over yet. Sometimes you get those big leads and you kind of fall asleep. Jalen Twin at the free throw line. (31-10) the score. Bulldogs lead the Huskies. A little 5-footer by Moy is no good. High for the rebound, just reaching her hands up basically, was Jalen Twin. And down at the other end, the Huskies threw it away, and it results in an Ava Belic.
Excellent pass by Lund.
And as I remember, these guys are kind of susceptible to turnovers.
Yes. About 29 a game.
Well, that was interesting. There was a meeting of the basketball between two bodies and no foul called.
Maddie Moy with the kick there, I think. Moy is an underappreciated player. She can do a lot of things.
Well, what I didn't realize is she was hurt a lot last year, and she's healthy now. .350 left to play in the first half. Bulldogs lead 33-10. Shot is up and no good, but offensive rebound and putback. This is good by Grace Nayerneck. And it's 33-12 Bulldogs. Oh, is that one of those instances you should have just shot it?
Yep, one pass too many.
But it was an offensive rebound to the Bulldogs, and Old Elk puts up the three and hits the three. And like you said, she pointed to who passed it to her, which was Love. 36-12 now. Bulldogs lead, 2:56 left to play, first half. Tucker inside shot. She gets a little 3-footer to fall, and it's 36-14. Love brings it across the timeline back to Lund. Lund will drive, stop, looks, comes back to Old Elk. Old Elk open to Moy, and Moy hits another one. Moy's having a pretty good game, too.
Bulldogs have got to block out.
Shot is up and no good. Moy with the rebound. Oh, nice all the way down to Love, and Love has it tipped out of her hands by Nayerneck. Moy takes a drive and puts the shot up. Moy, that's 10 points for Moy. I thought she had 11. 40-14 now. Bulldogs are starting to run away with this one. Shot is up and no good. Old Elk clears up the clutter and ball off of the hands of Gottwich and out of bounds. So Lehigh, Utah. Seems like I knew somebody from Lehigh. We go to school with somebody from Lehigh, Utah?
I had a student teacher at Lehigh, one of the high schools there, years and years ago.
Full court pressure by the Huskies. Peyton Hagee gets the ball in play. And Sammy Love will bring it across the timeline. Layup inside to Belich. 42-14. 1:05 left to play. First half, and I think the ball was just knocked out of the hands of a Husky. I think it was into the hands of Peyton Hagee. She didn't have her arms up, it just fell into her lap. Basket is good by Castaneda. Brand new into the game, and Mike, it's just that nothing the Huskies can do is working.
No.
Love tried to get it inside to Belich, and she passed it out of bounds.
Casey Hendren is from Richfield, Idaho. I interviewed at the high school there in 1990 and was offered a job.
Where is that?
It is north of Twin Falls, and I think it's what we would call a Class C school. They're a Class 1. Oh, nice catch.
Oh, and Kiki Davis just increases her 80-some% free throw shooting as the clock runs down to 10 seconds, and the Bulldogs lead 42-16. 5 seconds on the clock.
Don't foul her.
And shot is up and no good. Rebound to Old. Well, somebody slapped Old. Yeah, she got slapped in the face there. But that's the end of one half of basketball, and it is Montana Western 42 and Keyano College 16. We'll be back with our halftime after this on the Bulldog Sports Network. We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium. Got about 5.5 minutes to go before the tip-off, and as Mike and I are talking, we'll give you some halftime team stats. Not much to speak of as far as individual stats go, but Britt has the team stats going up over the screen as we talk. The end of the year, Mike, everybody's trying to get a game in. As we look at the schedule for today, Rockies hosting Dickinson State. That's that green and gold tournament they have every holiday season. Carroll is hosting University of Alberta Augustana. That will be here tomorrow. And Carroll tomorrow will have Keyano. King's University of Alberta, who 99-30 yesterday to Montana Tech. And I remember a game where Kevin Inglet was talking. We had to move the game to the gym down at the high school because there was a Class C tournament going on here. And the game was down there, and it was really lopsided. And Kevin said, I really feel bad having to substitute my bottom 3 or 4 players with starters, but I have to give people a rest.
Yeah.
So, and then Monday, Alberta Augustana at Montana Western, and that game is at noon.
Right.
Noon. Can you get away from lunch, from your lunch hour being a government employee?
Well, there was only one county commissioner in the office today.
So today's Sunday.
So, yeah.
So Keyano will be at Carroll tomorrow. Keyano will be at Northern on Tuesday. And the Bulldogs will open Frontier Conference play Saturday in Havre against Northern, and then come back here on the 9th to host Carroll College. The standings, as we look at them right now, number 5 Providence leads overall with a 9-2 record. Montana Tech won 3 in a row. They are 9-4. Rocky 8-4. They lost yesterday. Jamestown beat the Bears yesterday. Northern at 7-4. They're on a 1-game winning streak. Carroll, they're ranked 21 in the nation, but they are only 6-5 overall. I think Brett just fell asleep. Carroll has lost their last game, and then Western 3-7. They went 1-2 down in Arizona. They won their first Arizona game and then lost their final 2. So they're trying to get rid of a 2-game losing streak. So, Mike, put your coach's whistle on, because this one won't be grabbed by the parents, I don't think.
No.
So what is your talk? First of all, you're in the Keyano locker room. What are you saying to your players?
Well, I think Coach Vigilance he now understands that this is, he kind of walked into a buzzsaw. The team's offense is not going very well, and they've already given up 44 points, and it's halftime. So the defense isn't working very well either. They have been pretty good. They've only given up 4 offensive rebounds, so that's pretty good. But they have turned the ball over 13 times, including 7 steals for the Bulldogs. So you got to take care of the ball. Try to play the game like we've been practicing it.
Okay,
but I think he's going to have to, if he's going to win, I think he better start using everybody and run full court, man-to-man, or full court pressure. Speed up this game, get the ball back, and try to score.
Well, I kind of thought it would be a faster-paced game with the Canadian shot clock being 24 seconds and the American shot clock being 30 seconds, but that hasn't been the case. It's been the Bulldogs who have been playing speedy basketball. Okay, so put you in red and black now, and you're in the Bulldog locker room. What is?
Just keep playing the game that you're playing. I would still worry about giving up offensive rebounds. There are times when our post players, they go up to block a shot, and when you look at how many shots they've blocked in the ball game, it's 1. So I would not go up and try to block every shot. The other team's going to get that shot. You block out so they don't get a second shot.
Well, we're just about ready. Well, we can't say the opening second half. Let's break tradition. Let's have an second half tip-off.
Well, I think it's the Huskies' ball, isn't it?
I believe so. Yep. Here comes Kaylin Tucker. She will be putting the ball in play.
The Huskies still haven't hit a three-pointer.
So down to 6 seconds before we can tip it off. Looks like the same starters for the Bulldogs. Looks like the same starters for the Huskies. And the Huskies put the ball in play. The second half is underway. And I think they must have been listening to you because they worked it inside to Jalen Twin, and she scored an easy layup, and it's 44-18. And they've amped up the defense as well. And you can tell the Huskies came out of the locker room with a little fire.
Somehow the clock did not start.
I think so. Or I'm not sure what was going on. Inside to Moy. Moy goes back to Peterson. Peterson to Hagee. Shot clock at 10. Hagee to Lund. Lund inside to Peterson. Peterson off in the wing to Davis. Davis to Moy, all alone in the corner. Shot is up and no good. And defensive rebound by Tomchuk. And
Kiki Davis plays a little defensive back.
Tomchuk, a 5'4" freshman from Thomas, Manitoba. So do you think university studies is like a general studies degree?
So.
It's interesting to see the difference in some of the majors. Oh, and another nice move to the basket. This one by Majok. And the Huskies have gone on a 4-0 scoring run to open up the second half. Moy to Hagee. Hagee puts up the three and hits it. Peyton Hagee hits the three, and the Bulldog lead 47-20. Just underway in the second half. Oh, Kiki Davis being called for a little bump.
Fouls on number 4, Kiki Davis.
We're playing Montana rules. She can't do that.
Her first.
Well, and you understand the rules a little better than I do. Isn't there Canadian styles a little more physical with some of the little hand checking and stuff like that?
Isn't it a little more like the international game?
Oh, nice. A steal by Lund, and then Peyton. Peyton back to Lund, and Lund to Kiki Davis for the easy layup. And it's 49-20 Bulldogs. As you were saying, Mike. Luger with the basket. The Huskies have scored more points in the first minute and a half of this one than they did almost the whole first quarter. Hagee puts up another three. This one rims it in and out. Peterson with the offensive rebound, and she is fouled.
That might have been Tomchuk.
And she picks up the third foul, and she's a player you don't want to get into foul trouble. And she's going to get a little rest on the sidelines because Coach Vigilance is already up, getting ready to bring his guard out. And this is early. She was kind of a spark plug. You don't want to have her sit too long. Kemp, who just checked into the ball game,
Uh-oh.
almost loses the ball, but Tucker saves it, puts up the shot, no good. And Hagee, the shortest player on the court, comes away with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Off to Lund, back to Hagee. Hagee puts up a little floater, doesn't float in, and defensive board to the Huskies. So I'll ask you the altitude question, Mike. We know Alberta, the Fort MacArthur is the McMurray, I should say, is the furthest north. Does that mean the altitude is high?
No, I think it's one of the prairie provinces. It's one of only two. I didn't know this. There's only two provinces in Canada that are landlocked.
Only two?
Only two, and Alberta is one of them. Are you going to make me ask you to tell me? The other one is right next door.
Manitoba?
Nope, Saskatoon.
So Tucker gets the free throw. Only gets the second one, but Twin had the rebound till Maddie Moy took it right out of her hands, and the Bulldogs on the attack. Inside to, nice pass from Hagee to Peterson, and it rolled everywhere but in the basket. It rolled around the rim. Now Tucker at the other end puts up the shot. This one rolls in. No, that wasn't Tucker. That was Majok. And we have a timeout. So with timeout on the court, it's Montana Western 49, Keyano College 25. Back with more on the Bulldog Sports Network.
We are champions of character.
This is of the students were complaining.
We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium on a Sunday afternoon for Bulldog basketball. Bulldogs the first of two non-conference games to close out the non-conference season, as they're hosting Keyano College today. And the Bulldogs currently leading 49-25. Coach Cooper wanted to set his team straight a little bit. I think she thought they were getting a little bit astray, out of kilter. Hagee with the ball off to Moy. Moy inside turnaround jumper is no good. And Peterson with the offensive board to Lund. Lund back to Hagee. Hagee takes a drive in. And she gets the ball checked. Twin came up with it, and here comes Tucker. Tucker's shot is good. Tucker hits the basket and trims the Bulldog lead to 22. 49-27 now the score, and it's been all Husky in this third quarter. And Tucker up for another basket. And she was fouled, so she'll go to the free throw line.
Fouls on number 5, Maddie Moy.
Maddie Moy with the foul, and that is her first personal. Kylie Oldelk will check into the Bulldog lineup to replace her, give her a little break. And how long would you hold Moy out?
Well, she and Kiki Davis have been the offense.
So Tucker completes the three-point play, and it's 49-30 Bulldogs. Oh, nice pass from Oldelk, and it doesn't fall. Oh, that was an ESPN highlight pass. Coach Farmer would be proud. Well, as cold as the Huskies were in the first half, that's how the Bulldogs are in this half. Old Elk puts up the three, no good. Peterson with the offensive rebound for Montana Western. And they'll throw the ball around the circle again. Old Elk goes in, and she has the ball checked out. Good defense by the Huskies as they hold the Bulldogs scoreless on another possession. Tied up. Kiki Davis tying up Twin underneath, and the possession arrow pointed towards. Bulldogs have only scored 5 points in the second half, and we have timeout on the court. Our score, Montana Western 49, Keyano College 30. Back with more after this on the Bulldog Sports Network. We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium, 4:33 left to play in the third quarter. And Mike, I took my shoes and socks off and added up. The Huskies have outscored the Bulldogs 14-5 in the third quarter.
Yeah. And it's 4.5 minutes to go.
Sammy Love is back into the Bulldog lineup as she brings the ball down across the timeline. Off to Old Elk. Old Elk inside to Lund. Lund through the big timber, and she lays it up and in, and that's the first Bulldog point in quite a while. 51-30. Bulldogs. Majok up, shot no good, but Twin controls the board but can't follow through, and Kiki Davis controls for Montana Western. Lund has it. All the way across court to Love. Love goes up, takes a fake, and travels with it.
I think she slid that foot.
Freshman mistake. She had 2 shots first prior to doing that. The only way she's going to learn is by doing it, right?
Well, by not doing it.
No. So what would you say to a player who does that? Would you wait till a timeout?
Yeah, I'm not going to yell at her. And I'm not sure.
You won't throw a Bobby Knight clipboard at her?
I'm not sure exactly what she did. College players don't jump stop as much as they used to.
Old Elk with the ball for Montana Western to Davis. Kiki Davis drives in, now comes back out to Love. Love puts up the shot and throws up an air ball and tipped off the fingertips of a Bulldog. And it's 51-30. 51-30 Bulldogs, 3:10 left to play in the third quarter, a quarter that has belonged entirely to Keyano. And Emma Tomchuk playing with 3 fouls back in the lineup for the Huskies. Here comes a fast break by the Bulldogs, and Kiki Davis brings it down almost away, but nice pass to Lund, and Lund lays it up and in, and it's 53-30, and a traveling call on the other end. Maddie Moy back into the lineup and trying to see Peterson is sitting down, so it looks like she's going back. Would you call Maddie Moy one of your post players?
She
or
has,
just versatile?
She has played in the post, especially defensively. she's a pretty good leaper.
Love inside to Old Elk. Old Elk to Belich in the wing, and she hits the three. Met her mom again. Her mom's quite the designer. Oh, nice move by Tucker, but she can't follow, and Moy all the way down to Lund. Lund to Belich, and Belich lays it up and in. Nice passing by the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs, after being icy cold, have warmed up a little bit. 58-30 now. Bulldogs lead, and almost taken away again by Lund. Tucker with the ball, takes a drive in, puts the shot up, no good. Old Elk with the defensive rebound, down to Lund. Lund to Moy. Moy on the wing to Belich. She's open for another three and hits another three.
Belich for three.
So Belich hits a three. You know, it's nice to see her finally finding that shot again. Because we commented about when we found out she was signing with the Bulldogs, it's going to be nice to have that kind of shooting. And she struggled a little bit shooting it, but boy, she's found her groove now. Moy with the almost with the steal, and technical foul.
Yeah.
Was it called on Tucker?
Yes. Got the foul, picked up the ball, and then just tossed it away. I think you're supposed to give that right back to the official.
Yes. Yeah. And
Unsportsmanlike.
the officials wasted no time at all with the T sign.
Personal fouls on number 22, Kaylin Tucker. She has also been assessed a technical foul.
So that's 2 personal fouls.
Okay. So free throws and possession?
Yes. We had the ball anyway.
Oh, Isabella Lund shot everywhere but in.
Some legs. Oh, I think she has a little bit of a nosebleed.
Yep. And Nate comes over, the athletic trainer for the Bulldogs. This could become a fashion accessory.
When I was coaching football and somebody had a nosebleed, I had a special item that would control the bleeding. And I got it from one of the players' mothers. She said, here, give it to him. Fix it. So I did.
What was it?
He wasn't very pleased.
Yeah. It worked, though, right?
It did.
Sammy Love with the ball for the Bulldogs, and she drives in, a little strong off the glass, and ball knocked out of bounds. She missed the layup and then just was in the right place for defense. So we haven't seen much of her. What do you think so far?
What's that?
Sammy Love. We haven't seen much of her.
I'm fairly impressed.
Oh, that make you more impressed? Oh.
She could make me look good. Okay, all right, she's not that good.
Well, they got a big lead. You can go in now.
We are not nearly far enough ahead for me to play.
64-30 Bulldogs, 30 seconds left to play in the third quarter, and another steal by Montana Western. Old Elk has it, and she just backs off.
Yeah.
She just backs off.
Got time for one shot.
Kylie Old Elk looking at the clock. 5 seconds, and Love has it. Love back to Old Elk. She'll put up the three, and off the glass hard, and that's going to do it. 3 quarters in the book, and it is Montana Western 64 and Keyano College 30. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter after this on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Montana Western, our flexible schedule and focus on learning through experience are just right for your world today. Experience 1, where you take one course at a time for 18 days and then move on to your next course, is designed to work for you, whether you plan to come to campus, want to stay close to home, or if you need to earn your degree while working or raising a family. And Montana Western is the most affordable university in Montana. Experience the difference, only at University of Montana Western.
We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium, and it will be Keyano ball to start the fourth quarter.
I did a little reading, and I think Keyana is a Cree word that means sharing.
Oh.
And I think the university, I think the college's motto is something about yours, mine, and ours.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, we learned a new word, too. A nice word to have in your vocabulary, sharing in another language. Turnaround jumper is good by Tomchuk. And all the way down at the other end. Oh, and Tomchuk almost came up with the interception.
And kind of a cross body block there by Ava Belich. Remember, she is 6'1". She may be able to shoot the three-pointer, but she is 6'1".
Well, we talked about her brother Caleb, you know, being we always thought he'd make a great tight end on somebody's football team. Brooke Dayak, first time we've seen her, is in the Bulldog lineup. And you like those Maple Valley people.
Put the ball up. No. Oh. Got fouled with 1 second on the shot clock.
Look at the smile on Coach Cooper's face. She's trying to explain. Because that was a little bit of, was that organized chaos or unorganized chaos?
She will probably tell us that's exactly the way they practice it.
Ah, okay. Kylie Oldelk at the free throw line for Montana Western gets free throw number 1. And the first point of the fourth quarter.
Somebody has forgotten the big player.
Who's all by herself at the other end. And she gets both free throws. Oh, and Sammy Love forces a turnover. And she thinks about a shot. Now she's going to go inside. She's working her way in, and she puts it up. Oh. No good. A little too much one-on-one. Oh, and at the other end, the shot is up and no good by the Huskies, and Bulldogs collect the rebound and set things up on the other end. Love to Diak. Love puts up the three, no good, and rebound by Quinn and stolen by Maddie Moy.
Don't go to sleep around Moy.
No. So do you know, every year you kind of have kind of a personal favorite player you like to watch? It was Kiki Davis last year. Has that changed any? Or are you developing an affinity to the talents of several players?
Yeah, I do. I like a number of these players. And, you know, I've always thought when Isabella Lund first came, and she was kind of the larcenist, all of those steals all the time. I thought she played very, very well.
So underneath is Jalen Twin over the outstretched hands of another new Bulldog, Kyle Pancost, from down the road at Twin Bridges, Jenny Peterson country. Oh, and she gets an offensive rebound doesn't get the putback, but the ball stays in the possession of the Bulldogs. Into Pancost again, tipped out of her hands. Back out to Diak. Diak to Old Elk. Old Elk. Oh, and Old Elk, somebody zigged when they should have zagged, and it went right into the hands of the Huskies. So Coach Cooper giving some of her rookies playing time. And Sammy Love with a check of the ball, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I think that went off.
So there's no starters on the court for the Bulldogs. Three-point up it's a good thing the dog pound's not here.
Yes.
She would have got some interesting cheering. Belich with the three-point shot, no good. Tipped out of bounds by the Huskies, and Kylie Old Elk will put the ball in play. Now, as I understand, some of these players will be officially redshirted, but there's a certain amount of games you can play without interfering with your red shirt.
And I think we've seen the Bulldog men do that.
Belich decides to make a layup instead of a three-pointer, and it's 70-32 Montana Western. 6:40 left to play. Ball tipped out of bounds by a Bulldog.
Jeez, the clock, it was 7 seconds down here when the Bulldogs moved down to that end of the line. It's going so slow.
Is it moving backwards? Pancost just puts her hands up and draws the foul.
And now,
no, they're going to say it was on Old Elk.
And now it's 6 seconds and 33 seconds. There have been two possessions since it was 7 seconds down here.
Free throw by King, I should say attempt is no good by Twin. She's a 6'3" senior from Slave Lake, Alberta. 13 points a game and 8 rebounds. And she's a 66% free throw shooter, and her average just went down. Oh, and a foul from behind. Yeah, Sarah Luger, the freshman from Redwater, Alberta. Did you bring your dictionary to find out where all these towns in Alberta are?
I looked for a little bit. It took me a long time to find Fort McMurray.
$70-34 Bulldogs. 6:20 left to play in the ball game. Oh, Diak had a chance for a layup and missed it.
That was a good pass.
Yes.
That backdoor pass.
Casey Hendren, and I think all the red shirts are in now, all getting a chance to play. And elementary ed major, my mom would be happy.
Who's that?
My mom.
No.
Oh, Casey Hendren, number 3.
Oh, yeah.
Normally plays number 25. I'm not sure why she's got 3 today. Maybe it's her lucky number on Sundays. I want you to come up with the most interesting stats you can come up with. Like,
I'm gonna say right now, it's the slowest clock I have ever seen. Turn the clock on.
Do we have a running clock that moves fast? Tumchuk puts the shot up and no good, and gets her own rebound. Stolen away by Old Elk. Old Elk's had a great game today. Good defense, made timely baskets, and did a pretty good job directing traffic. Oh, layup by Hendren, and she gets in the books. 72-34 Bulldogs. She has relatives here, I think.
There must be somebody from Richfield, Idaho.
You better go investigate.
I may have to. Look at it. It's
Yeah.
only 5 seconds.
Oh, and Pencost gets a layup on the other end.
How many times back and forth?
Kyle Hancock.
Well, it looks like the clock is moving really slow.
Slowly.
Yes. 74-34 Bulldogs, and Old Elk comes away with the steal. And now she waits for the floor to clear a little bit. She brings it down across the timeline, setting up the ball. And the Bulldogs playing catch around the perimeter. Taking a three from the outside and hitting it is Diak. And she's in the book for three. 77-34 Bulldogs.
And
timeout called by Keyano. Our score, Montana Western 77, Keyano College 34. Back with more on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Tanner Loggie's wife.
We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium. Staying Alive is the song. I like the playlist they've had.
Much better than normal.
I can understand. I've heard every song they've played so far. 4:16 left to play in the ball game. Bulldogs with 43-point lead. 77-34. And almost another steal by the Bulldogs. And there is a steal. This one, Kylie Oldell comes away with a steal. Sammy Love puts up a three, goes all the way at it, hits the top of the backboard, means it's out of bounds. I wish I had that. I have trouble even getting it to the basket from that far out. .340 left to play. Wasn't it 3:40 a little while ago?
Yeah.
You know, there's a good thing there's no jump ball, because that would have been a mismatch with Brooke Diak, who is at 5'6", going up against Jalen Twin, who is 6'3". And once again, Coach Cooper has a grin on her face. Possession arrow for the Bulldogs, so they'll put the ball in play. A little bit of pressure by Keyano. Sammy Love breaks the pressure on the dribble.
Kick. Coach Cooper and one of the officials, little animated discussion there.
Well, it must be good animated, because they both have smiles on their face. Three-point shot up and no good, and high for the rebound was Hendren. And another rebound, this one by Pancost, and she works her way in and lays it up and in. So the former Twin Bridges Falcon has got a couple baskets for the Bulldogs, and it's 79-34 and 2:50 left to play. And a tie-up, and this time the possession arrow pointed in the direction of Keyano. And Kylie Oldell gets a break.
She has played very, very well.
on both offense and defense. I'd say special teams, but we don't have special teams in basketball. She's a golfer too. She told me, I said, "You a cross-country runner?" She goes, "I was 1 year, but I'm a golfer." I don't want to take her out on the golf course. She played high school golf.
Yeah.
So a foul.
Fouls on number 3, Casey Hendren.
So Hendren picks up the foul. And to the free throw line will be Tomchuk to shoot a pair, because that was the 5th team foul on Montana Western. Emma Tomchuk from Thomas, Manitoba. Was that the other landlocked one?
No,
Oh,
Saskatchewan.
okay. Well, speaking of Saskatchewan, in the conference, the Alberta College Athletic Conference, all the teams are from Alberta except one, and they're in Saskatchewan. Oh, offensive rebound and put back by Pancost. And it's an 81-34 Bulldog lead.
Would she have been on Josh Keller's great basketball team over at Twin? She's
Might
a freshman.
Have. Yeah, might have.
Yeah.
She probably was, because this is what, Josh's second year as the Beaver coach. So I bet she was.
Yeah. And Josh is here. He and his wife.
We can ask him.
Oh,
Nice pass inside to Pancost, but
got away from her.
yeah. Sammy Love hit her just perfectly, but right through her hands. 1:40 left to play. And defensive rebound by the Bulldogs with 1:20 left to play, and Bulldogs in no hurry.
Ooh, look at the basket.
Love puts up the three and hits it. So Sammy Love puts her name in the book with a three-pointer. 84-34, 50-point Bulldog lead with under a minute left. Are you happy, Mike? Under a minute left to play?
Yeah.
As Belich tips the ball out of bounds, checks the ball out of bounds. And another turnover by the Huskies. 40 seconds left to play.
Might slow it down a little bit.
Yeah. Sammy Love just bringing the ball back, and Cooper's telling everybody to just spread out. There's about a 10-second difference. Hendren puts up the shot and hits the three at the shot clock buzzer. And it's 87-34. And this game is over with. Final score from the Stroud Gymnasium. Well, we better not. Maybe.
Nope.
Yep. 5 seconds left to play. Final score, Montana Western 87 and Keyano College 34. We'll be back with some quick team stats, and we'll do it after these messages on the Bulldog Sports Network. We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium. We got to wrap this up really quick for some technical issues. Quickly looking at everything, Mike, 3 Bulldogs in double figures, led by Kiki Davis and with 15, and then Maddie Moy and Ava Belich had 14 apiece. So, and then everywhere else, that's nice to see. Everybody scored.
I think everybody scored, and I swear the Huskies only scored 4 points in that fourth period.
It was not. Yep.
Yeah. No.
They were outscored 23-4.
Yeah.
I hate to say I jinxed them, but when I talked about them going on a run, they didn't score a single point in the third quarter after they went on that run. But the Bulldog,
and they didn't get a single 3-pointer. And actually, they only took about what did it say, 12, and they missed them all.
Well, we're going to wrap things up here. Once again, our final score from the Stroud Gymnasium was Montana Western 87 and Keyano College 34. We're going to take about a 15-20 minute break, and we'll be back for the men's game. And Keyano, go ahead. What was that real quick?
The women from Western scored 40 points off the bench. And, of course, they all played. Everybody, as you said, everybody scored. Pretty good ball game.
Okay, we'll be back. Bulldog men are hosting the defending Canadian national champions. That should be a good one, and we'll have it right here on the Bulldog Sports Network.